I am going to put more aluminum and lye in this chamber, and some water for that matter. Actually, I'll probably put some hardwood ash water in there instead of water. That way I'll get a little more bang for my buck. All right. Here I have another pie tin that I've cut into pieces, slices. And I'm going to put those in here. I'm thinking that I must have used up the lye last time because there's still aluminum in there. So I'm putting a lot of aluminum in this time. Of course, I'm taking a risk that way that I'm not going to overload it and make so much gas that the cylinder, the can't escape. Yeah, I probably should stop. All right. So, and then I have these pieces of canoe, old canoe, scrap canoe that I've cut up, and they're quite a bit heavier, thicker material. They're very, very hard to cut with tin snips. Anyway, I've got a few of those in there. So, pour this hardwood ash water in there, add some lye, and then shut it. And well, before I do, well, maybe not before I do that. I've got to switch this over to but I want to make sure I'm making some gas first so that I don't so the gas that's in the ball doesn't come out. All right, so here we go. Okay. Now, whoa, that was a lot. Didn't mean to put that much in there. Okay, got that on there, sealed up. I gotta quickly open this. All right, so reaction chamber is loaded, locked and loaded, and it probably won't be immediate, but take a few minutes to start to react, and then we'll probably see and hear the bubbling in the bubbler. Now, can you see that? I don't know if you can see that or not. Okay. All right. That's good. So I'm hoping I'm going to fill up the rest of that red ball with hydrogen. I really would like to fill the blue ball with some inert gas so that all the space in the 55-gallon drum is taken. And then when I put the lid on, it'll pressurize it a little bit because I'll be squishing the balls. Always got to be careful of squishing the balls. And then I'll put some compressed air, which I now have in my air compressor, into the can, so I have that pressure pushing on the balls. So the balls should be quite pressured at that point. And then I'll be able to use this valve here to fill up some balloons. I have a Mylar balloon here. I have another one in the house I should go get that's less abused than that one. That one I had helium in, and then it stopped floating, and so then I squeezed all the helium out of it. So the Mylar's kind of beat up from that process. What can I fill the blue ball up that's not oxygen? not air? I don't know. I'll have to think about it. We'll come back to that. Okay, again, here is the lid I made for top of the barrel, 55-gallon barrel filled with hardwood ash water, which I think I'm going to add some of the bottled lye to bring it up to a level that might react. I don't know, I haven't decided. Yeah, maybe I'll just go with the hardwood ash water as it is. Put this basket, hang this basket on the hook right there. And then I've got to push that into the lye. And I've got to make sure these are tight, which they're not now. Got to tighten up on those, which means I need the ratchet wrench. I thought I had, but I don't see it anywhere. Anyway, I got to find that, and so I'll push it all the way in. I need to support it on something that I can push it all the way in, then tighten up these bolts here, these nuts here, I mean, and pull this down and push that on this plastic, which is pushing down on the rubber stopper, and hopefully that will seal it from leaking around the shaft. I'm going to put a little grease on the shaft so it's easier to go in and out. And then once that's done, I'll hang this basket with the aluminum from the hook. And then I'll, on the end of the hose here, I have this garbage bag, which I have duct taped most of the edge, so that I just have this part that will go over the hose, and then I'll duct tape around that. And then we'll just leave it be and see if that bag fills with hydrogen. Obviously, if it doesn't, we have to go two different routes. One route is to disconnect. What I should do, this is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a different section of hose. I'm going to attach the bag to it. I'm going to attach that section of hose to this section of hose. Then, if I don't get any hydrogen, I will disconnect the two hoses and put lye down this hose into the barrel. And then reconnect the hoses and try to fill it up once again. So that's the plan. I've just come up with it. I've just hatched it. All right, so here we are. Here is the lid on the barrel. And I'm going to push this down all the way in. Then I'm going to tighten these nuts with the intent of putting pressure here. That's down all the way. The nut's on all the way. So that's as tight as it's going to get. And one can just hope it is sealed. All right, so the next step is to pick this up and put the basket of aluminum on it, and then as I put it in, it submerges. So now it's completely submerged, oops, sorry, in the hardwood ash water. All right, so the next step is to put the ring on so that it's holding the lid on. And the trick to this is to put it on in such a way as not to pinch your hand. All right, so now you start the bolt. Now there's a rubber ring I didn't show you on the inside of the lid that goes against the rim of the barrel. So now you tighten this up. To get a good seal. Okay, now any hydrogens made should come out this hose right here, which I'm going to connect to this hose right here. Okay, and now this hose has a balloon on it. Well, not a balloon, but a trash bag. And so hopefully we'll make some hydrogen and it will be caught in this trash bag. And we'll have to check it periodically to see what kind of filature we have. That's a word, isn't it? Filature. My hopes aren't real high. And the other thing, of course, is I don't know about the leakature of the barrel. Now, two things I wanted to do that I haven't done because I'm always in a hurry. Well, today is a window of opportunity because it's close to 50, and tomorrow it'll be high of 28. So I had to get this thing going today. I raised the level of the water to this right here, which, as I showed you when I put it in, is now at the top of the stainless steel basket, which is filled with the aluminum. If I want to stop the process, then I loosen these nuts right here, I pull this out all the way, and then the basket will be just above the surface. The bottom of the basket will be just above the surface of the liquid. So if it doesn't leak, I'm pleased, very pleased with how it all worked out. And like I say, the reaction should be very low, very slow at this point with just the hardwood ash water. But I really wanted to see if the hardwood ash water would make any hydrogen all by itself. It is a very low grade, low concentration lye. But if it doesn't work, doesn't produce, then I'll add some concentrated lye to it through the hose and we'll try again. Wish there was a way of telling. Well, there is a way of telling, isn't there? I should spray some soapy water on that where the rod is going into the barrel, and on the two ports, the one with the hose glued in place and the other that's just got a cap on it. And then I could see if there's any bubbles indicating that we have a leak. So I'll do that. I've been waiting a long time to do this, and I sure hope that it's successful. I'm pretty sure it will be if I fix any leaks and I add concentrated lye. At some point it's got to kick out some hydrogen, as we know from my other methods of making hydrogen. So we'll come back to it at another time. Okay, this is about a half an hour later, and you can see the ball is maybe 2/3 full now. But I'll leave it hooked up, and you can't really hear anything going on over there. But there's more liquid in there than there was. So tomorrow we will put this in the barrel, pressurize it, and fill up some balloons.